Hey guys, this is CyberEntertainment and welcome back to another video. Today I'm giving you my opinion on the long-awaited Watch Dogs. So after games like Thief and Titanfall were released, I started becoming a bit skeptical about AAA titles, and I tried to hold my enthusiasm back. But it got the better of me, and this has been the game I was anticipating the most since that year's E3, where it was first shown. And I wasn't disappointed, but I wasn't overly surprised either. But I'm not the only one. Watch Dogs has sold more copies in 24 hours than any Ubisoft game ever did. I mean, the game has a lot going for it. The open world, the next-gen graphics, and the GTA combined with Assassin's Creed and Splinter Cell style theme. And like all open world games, Watch Dogs has lots of missions and places to explore. You'll be sitting 50 hours at this game if you want to complete the extremely varied side missions and unlock all the cars and hacks. In Watch Dogs, similar to GTA and the Assassin's Creed franchise, you can do whatever you want. But the main story is very well written and shouldn't be overlooked, even though the main character, Aiden Pierce, is a bit boring personality-wise. But the other characters are very interesting. My favorite character in this game was Jordy Sheen. I liked the way he handled things, and he always seemed to be a bit amused about everything. As always, I'll try and categorize this review starting off with the most important aspect. But before I keep going, let me tell you some general information about Watch Dogs. In Ubisoft's new AAA title, you play as Aiden Pierce on a mission to get revenge on the people who hurt his family. Alongside him are a couple of more characters like Jordy or Clara, who help him on his quest. You are given a phone that is connected to the CTOS, which connects everything in the city of Chicago. Bank accounts, personal data, and cameras are all ready for you to use. Now that you've got a general idea of Watch Dogs, let's start off with the first category, hacking. Hacking feels a bit more scripted than it might seem in the trailers, but it's still fun and the visual effects just make it better. Admit it, it's always fun to crash cars and make gas stations explode. But in my opinion, the most interesting hack isn't any kind of explosion. It's the one where you can turn off the electricity in a huge region. Sadly, Ubisoft didn't use this particular one very often, but the times they did were really cool. I had hoped that hacking would be a bit more complicated, but you just look at the object and hold a button or a key for a couple of seconds. When you level up, you get points, which you can then spend on a skill tree, which is thought through well and is not overpowered like in some RPG-style games. To be honest, I had expected a bit more, but they didn't ruin it, and it's fun using the ability. Hacking is fun, but it always sends a chill through my spine, that this is what our world has become. Okay, getting back on track, a big aspect of games like these are graphics and how alive the world feels. Ubisoft didn't perfect this aspect, but they added things like conversations you could listen to using your phone, which all seem to be different. The NPCs are all interacting with each other and the virtual Chicago is full of life. Around every corner you have different kinds of architecture, but the streets and alleyways all seem way too similar. But I still think that this kind of detail is comparable with GTA 5. In my opinion, this is a true next-gen title, not counting Infamous. The world is detailed, the textures are sharp, all in all I'm impressed. But I have to warn you, to take advantage of this quality you have to have a very powerful PC, or you could always play the shitty version on last-gen consoles. But don't worry too much, if you've got a good GPU, then you're fine because that's where all the strain goes in such a demanding game. As long as you have a 64-bit system, you should be fine. As any other reviewer would say, play it on PC for the best experience. So maybe you might be asking yourself, what I didn't like about Aiden, which I mentioned earlier. So I liked all the characters in Watch Dogs, except the protagonist. I don't know how Ubisoft wants to make us feel about him. Like in one scene, his sister Nicole Pierce gets a weird call from a stranger, and our child-loving Aiden immediately went from that to being ruthless, and the next thing you know, you're locating the stranger and hunting him down. It seems he's one of those split personality guys. But my greatest complaint about Watch Dogs is the control system using mouse and keyboard. You can take 3 buttons to draw a weapon of choice, and the cover system is kind of clunky. You can't crouch or jump manually, it's all done with the cover system that you use by looking at the place you want to take cover behind and press a button. The stealth mechanics are more fully developed, they work better than normal combat. I advise you to play this game using a controller and playing it as stealthily as possible. So should you buy Watch Dogs? Absolutely yes, if not for PC, then for console, either the Xbox 360 or One, and both PS3 and PS4. This is a game you shouldn't miss out, and I recommend it to you wholeheartedly. If I'd had to give Watch Dogs points from 1 to 100, I would give it an 87. This week's question is, do you like Watch Dogs more than GTA 5? Let's discuss in the comments. I hope you enjoyed my honest opinion on Watch Dogs. If you did, please show your support by leaving a like, it only takes a second. This was CyberEntertainment, I'm out.